to school in just days, but the teachers go first. The Diocese of Brooklyn's new superintendent meeting with principals, prepping them for the year ahead. It's going to be a busy one and a big one. Some schools seeing enrollment numbers they haven't seen in decades. Currents News will have full coverage as we count down to September 7th, the first day of classes from Bay Ridge to Bed-Stuy and Greenpoint to Glendale. But before students settle in and take out their notebooks, we spoke to someone else starting a new chapter, Deacon Kevin McCormack. He's the new superintendent, and he's got 3 things he wants to focus on his first year out. Here they are.
First, it's the kids. So we want to make sure that we continue to provide the best education with the Catholic background that we can. Second is the principal and the teachers, because that's where the rubber meets the road, and we have to make sure that they're given what they need and make sure that we respect and appreciate and make the most out of the sacrifices that their parents are making. And then finally, it's the diocese itself. Bishop Brennan has made it very clear that education is a central part of what he wants to make done. So we want to make sure that all these things work together so that we can have the best Catholic school system in the country.
And it is the best system. I actually went through the Catholic schools here. So 21 of our schools now, though, are reporting like a 20% increase in enrollment. It's amazing to see this. Talk about what facilitated that increase and how do you plan to keep it going?
Well, how it works is it works because you have a good principal who works with a really dedicated pastor and a board chair. And the 3 of them come together with a common vision and a common ability to lead. And then from there, it all kind of folds together. You know, that's the key. What we want to do is we want to continue to strengthen our principals, strengthen our boards, and continue to have our pastors support education. And so many do. And that's what makes it so wonderful, is that the guys out there know the importance of Catholic school for their parishes and for the diocese in general.
Yeah, so it's kind of like getting the word out, let everybody know in your parish. And now I'm sure you've heard there's a nationwide teacher shortage. A lot of the schools in New York City are experiencing this, the public schools, but it's not affecting the Diocese of Brooklyn schools. Tell us, how have we managed to avoid that problem when everybody else is experiencing it? You
know, there's a lot of reasons we should be experiencing a much more difficult time. Our salaries are not where they need to be, and that has to be a priority as well, to bring that up to a reasonable place. But what we do is our schools have a very clear mission, and people will do what's rewarding as well as rewarded. And so when you have a school that has a mission, that has a community that's built, that is very easy to use the metaphor family, people are willing to make that sacrifice. And that's one of the reasons. That doesn't mean we're still not looking for that occasional teacher. I know some of our high schools, science and math people are always in demand. But for the most part, there's nothing extraordinarily new in our search for who we need.
That's wonderful to hear. Now, we've seen an influx of migrants being bussed into the city recently. If a migrant student wanted to enroll in one of our schools, how would we accommodate them?
Well, right away, you have to respect the widow, the orphan, and the foreigner. That's what the scriptures tell us. And so when someone comes to us, especially the people who've been brought here for whatever reasons they were, we will take care of them directly. Many have ended up in Manhattan, and certainly the Archdiocese is working with that. We, though, have always reached out to people from different cultures because Jesus himself was an immigrant when he went into Egypt and had no place to live. So we know very well that if the boss went through that, we got to make sure that we take care of them as well.
Absolutely.
So if there's ever an issue, they would work directly with their pastor and with their principal. And then if there were any other concerns, we'd look to Futures, we'd look to our office. We will take care of anybody and everybody who comes to us.
Because there's always scholarship money to give to people who are in need.
But not enough. So anybody who's listening, they may want to give, but I'm not here to push that.
But I mean, it's an important thing to let people know.
We give out quite a few dollars. Futures in Education is a tremendous program and have really have helped so many of our schools and our families, directly our families, but so much more needs to be done. So sometimes, and I know this isn't a pitch, but if it were, I would say if you went to a Catholic school or a grammar school or a high school and you're doing well, kick back. Because the sisters and the brothers, they were the legacy then. They don't exist. It's lay people and lay men who are doing the work out there, and we need people to help and to continue that.
Always good to know. And now, last question, do you have any plans to make any on-campus visits when school starts? Yeah.
So the first 2 weeks I'm out every day, which is great, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And you know, I want to go from Douglaston to Rockaway, from Bay Ridge to Rosedale to Bed-Stuy to all of East Brooklyn. Every place there's a school, I hope to get there as soon as possible. The first 2 weeks we're doing 2 at a time, two a day, and that's, you see, that's the whole thing in this. It's not the offices, it's not the meetings, it's not the Zooms, it's the kids.
Yep. Again, that was Deacon Kevin McCormack, the new superintendent of schools in the Diocese of Brooklyn. Enrollment is still open. If you'd like to give your child an education from the Diocese of Brooklyn, visit CatholicSchoolsBQ.org or call 718-965-7380. If you're a parent and want to apply to that scholarship program Deacon McCormack mentioned, Futures in Education, or if you want to donate to Futures and help a student attend a Catholic school, just go to futuresineducation.org. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.